What's up, everybody? This is Chris Cultures back again with the updated review on the RIG Rig 800LX headset for Xbox One and Windows. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really do love this headset. I am in love with it, and I must say it's a dream to have on your ears. So it's not all bells and whistles though. There are a few nitpicks that I have with this headset, but I'm going to touch base on the good first. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the clarity, and when I mean clear, this headset is clear as ever. My previous headset that I had, my buddies could not hear me clear at all. They would say, dude, you sound like you're talking from a tin can, doesn't even sound like you. It was a mess, a hot mess. With this new headset, they can absolutely hear me clear, as well as I can hear them clear, and that's what I paid for. I'm really looking to have a clear headset that I can communicate with my buddies. We actually play Rainbow Six Siege competitively, and it's vital to have clear communication, and that's what I now have. I want to talk about also how comfortable this headset is. Now you have 3 adjustable slots, 1, 2, 3, and the ear mount can actually pop out. You push it out, and you can place it in either one of these 3 slots here that will, adjust to the height of your head. At the beginning, I was playing it on, I believe it was the middle one, the middle slot. So I guess I have a big head, so the actual headset wasn't sitting flush on my ears, and it was a little uncomfortable at the beginning, but once I figured out that I could have popped the ear mounts out and place it directly over my ears, it was a breeze. I really do like that feature that the ear mounts are adjustable, and it's also super lightweight, so you don't really feel that you have something on your head. I mean, obviously you do, but you don't feel weight to it, and that's really cool as well. Third, the actual mic. Oh my goodness, the microphone is a joy to use. Like I said, my buddies can hear me really clear, and I can hear them clear. But the main thing I like about this microphone is the fact that if you actually lift the lever up like so, you will hear a clicking sound. Listen for it. You guys heard that, right? Yeah, it will actually click. So now you have an audio cue as well as a slight vibration when it clicks. You hear it and you feel it, that it's in the upright position, that it is actually muted now. So you can talk to your wife, your kids, your friends, whoever that's in your room, and talk to them without having the whole game chat hearing your conversation. You just simply adjust it back down, and now you're able to speak in the game chat. So that's a pretty cool feature. I do like that a lot, and I use it all the time. I want to talk to you guys about now the battery. Now, I've been using this headset for about a week now, and I probably only charged it once, and we're talking about after a full charge from once I've opened it up and charged it, it was already at medium. I'm going to talk to you about the different levels of charge it has, but it was already at medium, so they don't give you a dead device. It's actually pre-charged at medium, so you can open it out of box and use it, which is great. But since I've got it and I charged it to high, it actually goes from low, medium to high. I have charged it maybe once, and we're talking about maybe an hour charge to get it back from medium to high, maybe less than an hour. So it charges pretty quickly, I must say. I've used it one day, maybe 5 hours straight, and it did drop down to medium. I shut down the console as well as the headset by simply, taking it off here from the off switch button here. And I've noticed once I started playing again and I turned on the Xbox and the headsets, I noticed that it has a actual audio cue. So it lets you know if the headset is low, medium, or high, and whether it's connected or not. So listen for it.
Power on. Battery high. Headset not connected.
I mean, that is pretty awesome, right? You really cannot hate on that. I really do like it. Let me take the headset off. Now, the reason why it's not connected is because my Xbox or my PC is not on. Obviously, I'm filming this video right now, so my headset is connected to the Xbox right now, but the Xbox is not on. In order for it to connect, it does use one of those adapters. That it's a cord adapter, and it plugs into the back of the Xbox through USB, and it's pretty much a plug and play. But once of course the Xbox is on, it will be connected. But that audio cue is pretty cool to have in your ears, and it lets you know right off the back if you need to charge your headset, or if your headset is not connected and you need to work on figuring out how to get it connected. And we're going to talk about connection issues. I did notice primarily on the Xbox, not so much on the PC, but we'll talk about that in the bad section. Now, getting on to the connection, we're going to touch base on the bad now, and one of the things I have a little gripe about is the connection issue. Now, your headset will be on, it'll say that it's on, and it will give you the volume level and whatnot.
Headset not connected.
Okay, so it's telling you that it's not connected, but once the Xbox is on, it actually says that it's connected, but no one in the game chat can actually hear me speak. So the microphone feature hadn't fully connected with the Xbox. Now, I don't know if it's an issue with this particular headset or if it's just an issue with Microsoft itself, whether it's a glitch or a bug or something, because I have noticed on other headsets or headphones that I've had, and just the simple Samsung headphones, because I have an Android Samsung phone, so I plug in the headsets that I got from my Samsung Galaxy phone, and I plug it into my 35mm headset, my controller, and it's the same issue. And this is actually plugged into the controller. This headset is actually Wi-Fi. So it doesn't matter whether it's Wi-Fi or if it's a cord headset, you still run into this issue where the Xbox simply does not connect with the microphone, and I just don't understand why. Again, I would not say it's this particular headset at all. I think it's really a bug that Microsoft really needs to fix with their most latest and greatest update that is soon to come out in the next couple of weeks. I hope that's one of the issues that they fix, because the microphone was not connected, but the headset is. So I can actually hear everything. I can hear the in-game audio as well as the game chat audio, but they cannot hear me, and my microphone is down in the downward position and they can't hear me. So in order to fix it, what I had to do was actually shut down my Xbox. Like, seriously, I had to restart the Xbox and still have the headset on. So the headsets were on, and I had it in the on position, the power button, and it would automatically connect and the microphone would be working. So again, it's like maybe it's the Xbox again, because I had to like reboot the Xbox. And you know, these things are like computers. They're just smaller computers really, and every now and then you have to restart your computer and get a nice good reboot to refresh it. And maybe that could be the case, but having to do that, I would say twice since I've had the headset, is a little bit annoying. You know, I want to just start the Xbox, my it's connected, it's saying it's connected, I assume my microphone is connected, I just want to be able to plug and play. And I had 2 times where I had to literally shut down my Xbox and to have the headset actually work, and that's a little bit frustrating. So that's one major gripe, slight little issues with the connection. I have not noticed it at all on the PC. So with the PC, what I would have to do is again plug it out. It's a little bit of a exercise there, but I have to get up, plug it out of the Xbox, the USB, plug it into the USB in my Alienware Alpha R2, plug it right in, and then instantly there was no drivers update, there was no searching for new devices, none of that. It just connected, and that was awesome. And I've used it several times on my PC, and I hadn't had any connection issues at all. So again, I think it's a little bit of the software on the Xbox or bug on the Xbox that causes the headphones to sometimes the microphone itself not to connect. I don't know if you guys have that problem. If you do, please let me know. Maybe it's just my Xbox, maybe it's just an isolated issue. But for the most part, it did connect it. Mind you, it only happened twice. And I've started my Xbox probably 50, 60 times throughout the week playing my games. So it's really an isolated issue. Moving on, I want to talk to you guys about this game dial. Let me try to zoom in for you guys, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the game dial here. So it's a dial that can switch on by dialing down to the game chat, as well as if you dial up, it'll switch to the actual game audio. So here's the thing. I would have to leave it all the way down to the chat feature and hear everybody in the chat as well as the in-game audio. Sometimes I don't want to chat at all, and I don't want to hear anybody chatting in my ears, so I should be able to dial up to it has like a controller icon, and that's actually for the in-game audio. So I should be able to mute the chat feature and only hear the in-game audio. And it's not like that at all, actually. What happens is when you dial up, it mutes the in-game as well as the chat. So you hear zero, you hear silence, you hear nothing. And that is really frustrating. I went into the settings on the Xbox and played around with it, and I couldn't figure out how to get this feature to work. I want to be able to dial up and only hear the in-game, or dial down and only hear the chat. And it's not that way at all. Of course, it has in the middle here where you hear both, but the middle actually serves no purpose because it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's either on or off. It's crazy. That's a little frustrating, but I don't know if it's just this headset or maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but I'm going to continue to play around with it and see if I can figure that out. I have one last issue. It's not all bad. I'm telling you guys, it's not all bad, but I need to let you guys know about this because this is what this review is about. Right here is this feature called the equalizer. Let's see if I can get the focus on that. Right here. So this is called the equalizer button, and it has 4 different tones to it. 4 different tones. So you'll literally have to press the button. So you'll be pressing it one time and you'll hear one tone. And that one tone is actually called pure. So on the pure preset equalizer, you're pretty much hearing the in-game audio without any of the bells and whistles, without no real sound effects, without any boost and bass or whatever. You're just hearing as whatever the game was mastered at, that's how the game is going to be played. So you're not really getting any adjustable effects on that audio. If you hit the button again twice, 1, 2, it'll actually beep with a tone beep beep twice, and you'll know that you're on the seismic tone. Now, when you hear the word seismic, you think of like epic, loud proportions of sound busting, and that's not what you're getting. You're not getting that, and it was slightly of a disappointment, I must say. It really was, because I was expecting to get my eardrums blown out. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're playing Siege and you're using Ella's shotgun and you bust a few rounds, you're gonna hear it. No, you're gonna hear it. But I was expecting to hear like really, really earth-shattering sound, and it's really subtle. It's very, very subtle. Like, I want to say, like, if I had to use a point system, I would say it's about between 5 to 10 points up in bass and loudness, if that makes sense. So it's very, very gradual. It's not like from 0 to 100. It's very subtle, but you do hear a difference. If you press the button again 3 times, where are we at here? 1, 2, 3. You're actually gonna get a beeping tone that it will beep 3 times, and that will let you know that it's on intensify. Now you have seismic and intensify. What is the difference? I couldn't tell you, because again, it is so subtle. You really don't hear epic proportions of differences. You don't hear it. It's pretty much the same thing. Again, maybe 5 points of a difference in loudness and bass. Like, it's not earth-shattering. Again, it's really not that. And if you hit it 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll hear the beep, 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 and you'll be on the vocal focus preset, and that's pretty much it's going to intensify the clarity of vocals. So it's pretty much self-explanatory. You're hearing clear sounds of vocals, so it decreases the bass. You don't really hear the thick popping sound, background sounds. It's mainly going to focus on voice chatter, in-game voice chatter. That's cool, if you got a lot of dialogue in a video game or whatever and you want to hear it nice and clear, you can quickly press the button, and it's kind of, in a weird position here, because you got to kind of go underneath it and hit it, and sometimes you're hitting all here on the sides, and it's kind of hard to find the actual button. But again, it's like muscle memory with everything. You gotta kind of like figure it out and get used to hitting that same spot over and over. I mostly just leave it on seismic. I do like the subtle difference of the bass, and it's almost like it's hard for me to describe it. It's like a cushion kind of sound. It's not like raw and powerful. Like it's more like it's like a cushion. It's like koof koof. Like when you're using a silencer, and it's like koof koof koof. But it's like that. It kind of reminds you of that. But it's fulfilling. It's in your ear. That's how it is. Let me zoom out here. But like I said, it's subtle. It's about between a 5 to 10 point difference, if that makes sense to you guys. But it's not earth-shattering 0 to 100 difference. It's not. If that's what you're looking for, you might be slightly disappointed. Overall, I do love this headset, and I think it's well worth the money. Again, I spent $150. I bought it at Best Buy. I do have a 2-year warranty at the cost of $20. I do think this is a buy. I gives it 2 thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.